Our initial design for the magazine cover displayed a key idea that we felt challenged other media products simply by the character's image used. We chose to present a contrasting personalities by having an image of our scientist, the female character soldier, standing in the back to back position. The fact that these two characters are played by the same person would immediately create a sense of curiosity in the audience and challenge the typical idea to place two different characters on the cover. By displaying this idea, we realized that it would attract not only the target audience, but a variety of audiences would be attracted to this unusual way of presenting our film. The idea later changed, and we found ourselves using an image that would be more effective on the audience. When revisiting the layout of our magazine cover, the general color scheme of the cover was adjusted from grey and white to black and white. We found that with a black background, it contrasted well with the red outer glow of the image, along with the white text. This uses the convention of a typical background color and contrasting colors that suit the idea of the film, similar to many film magazine covers. Star Trek uses a grey and white color scheme to signify the dark and threatening reality the film delivers, similar to Corporal Punishment. The colors portray the true dark emotions that are used in the film, and therefore our magazine does this effectively. The final image that we used to promote our film was of a female army soldier. This differed from our initial idea. We felt that this did not convey the deep meaning of the character, and instead our priority laid in using an image that would be of interest to the audience, while also revealing a hint of the genre. A new image successfully does this simply by the expressions of the character's face and costume design. This resembles the convention of a typical magazine cover, which uses a single yet effective image when promoting a film. The way in which Terminator promotes his film reflected our ideas as both magazine covers to use one main image to represent the genre of the film while attracting the target audience. By doing this, we ensured our initial design was dismissed, which would in fact cause our magazine cover to look too busy and overdone. The magazine promoting the film Terminator uses a prop to portray the genre of the film, mirroring our idea, which uses chains, which is a clever use of props to engage the audience. Considering the text of the magazine cover, we feel we developed the typical idea of promoting special features and films itself. Instead, we used the time that the magazine cover was distributed to our advantage. The fact that our magazine is sold near to the end of the year allows us to include special features that would inevitably attract various audiences, including our countdown of the top 10 horror films of the year. This combines with our Halloween special, it is favored by the month, which the magazine is sold to the audience, and therefore Halloween is used again to our advantage. By doing this, we would attract our target audience of horror fans, so enable the film to look appealing. Not only this, but we used the film Scream 4, which we feel is a typical convention of a magazine cover. Although this idea was only used once, it was displayed. It's displayed a feature of the magazine that horror fans would not want to miss. The presentation of the main titles of the magazine cover has challenged the typical convention of a normal bold to sell the products. We altered our initial design of this average looking text of First Watch to a horror like font as it effectively displayed the content of the magazine and stressed the idea that it was a Halloween special. Similarly, the title of the film, Corporal Punishment, also uses the font that resembles the idea of the film. We used a military type of font to portray the action of the genre of the film. Again, we have challenged the continuous noticeable idea to use plain font instead of the following the typical idea to release the film on any date. We used a date that signifies the aspect of war, displaying the film. The date was 11 of 11/11, which is the date of remembrance. But the film we displayed a different reason for this remembrance. The date supports the idea that our film and develops the convention to release the film on a random date. Finally, we use the convention of adding a tagline that attracts our target audience. The bloodiest horror film of the year. Inevitably, attracting our audience is represented by red writing, a connotation of bloody and so fitting our chosen horror genre. By doing this, we have feel we tease the audience into wondering how the horror genre fits into the film release date and the war aspects presented. The line also represents the extremes of the film and how bloody the film actually is.